very good morning to all. I really appreciate you all for attending today's discussion session. A warm welcome to all present. You want to know what education makes? It makes the kids question. It makes them creative critics. It makes them apologize. It makes them read and write. The dawn of each producer, each soldier, the dawn of each new teacher begins with the teacher and the wisdom that they bring. Time changes everything and even the curriculum needs to change. The new education policy approved by the Union Cabinet in July 2020 aims at the universalization of education from preschool to secondary level in India. Flexibility gives wings. It gives wings to thoughts, ideas, and all over development. Schooling is not just packing the school bags, going only with the books, and producing the whole stuff in the examinations. Schooling is to accumulate abilities, to not only discover, but to make your profound identity in this contemporary world. Let the child be all time prepared for all the tasks and with all the mires. He should believe that I go with completion. Well, today is a panel discussion on how to implement NEP in school. Our main motive for today's is to discuss and frame a few mires as how we can effectively implement this new policy in our school system. I introduce the panelists here. I invite Ms. Rajlata, Ms. Mala Babbar, Ms. Satwinder Kaur, Ms. Jyoti Verma, Ms. Namita Seth and Ms. Anjana. I hand it over to our chief panelist, our seasoned scholar, Ms. Rajlata.
As we know that the world is undergoing rapid changes in the knowledge landscape, the National Education Policy 2020 is the first education policy of the 21st century and replaces the 34 years old National Policy on Education 1986. It aims to address the many growing developmental imperatives of our country. This policy focuses on not the child take to school to get education, but it emphasizes that education must be joyful. It must not be burdensome or stressful and free from any anxiety. The sum total of the entire policy is to make a child a good citizen who could contribute in the growth of the nation. The National Education Policy is based on 5 foundational pillars, that is access, equity, affordability, accountability and quality. Now I am going to highlight the first pillar of NEP, that is access. Education must be in the access of each and every child, irrespective of caste, creed, disabilities, geographical identities, socio-economic conditions and so on. The second pillar is equity, which means to provide education to every child in her own mother tongue until at least grade 5th, but till grade 8th and beyond, so that the child is able to learn whatever he has been taught. This policy also lays stress on third foundational pillar, that is affordability. The fourth and fifth pillar are accountability and quality. When we talk about accountability, it means accountability of teachers, school, youth, volunteers, etc. The Government of India has built many government schools and now this policy focuses on quality education. Now, there is a shift from rote-based learning to competency-based learning. It is another segment of NEP in which teaching will be related to real-life situation rather than rote learning, which will not only make the learning interesting but skilled also. For example, activities, games, etc. Assessment will be based on real life situations. Exams in 2025 will shift to competency based assessment. Now the questions will be based on competencies, that is learning outcomes. अगर बच्चे ने learning outcomes achieve किए हैं तभी वो सवालों के जवाब दे पाएगा. Now I will discuss another important point of NEP, that is teachers to encourage 21st century skills. There are three types, that is learning skills, literacy skills and life skills. Learning skills are of four types: creativity skill, critical thinking skill, collaboration skill and communication skill. In NEP, there is nothing curricular or extracurricular. There are no boundaries. Everything is academic or curricular. Literacy skills are about computer skills, information and technology, media literacy, etc. It has been given a lot of importance in NEP 2020. High quality textbook materials will be developed by NCERT. Reducing the weight of school bags and textbook will also be ensured by suitable changes in curriculum load. Technology-based education platforms like Diksha, Swayam will be better integrated across schools and higher educations. There will be shift from summative assessment to regular and formative assessment, which is more competency-based, promotes learning and development, and tests high-order skills such as analysis, critical thinking, and conceptual clarity. Board exams for grades 10 and 12 will be continued, must be reformed to eliminate the need for taking coaching classes. Board exams will be redesigned to encourage holistic development and will also be made easier by testing core competencies. All students will be allowed to take board exams up to 2 occasions during any given school year, one main examination and one for improvement if desired. All students will take examinations in grades 3rd, 5th and 8th, which will be conducted by the appropriate authority. Anji Ma'am, अब आप.
The Union Cabinet in July 2020 approved the new education policy, which aims at universalization of education from preschool to secondary level. It is based on the ground reality of the country's education scenario that puts more emphasis on the creativity, innovation and personality development of the students rather than expecting them to score high and memorize content without conceptual understanding. NEP 2020 is promoting multilingualism and the power of language. Wherever possible, students till class 5th in schools should be taught in mother tongue or local language. Various studies that show young children best understand things in their home language. So teachers to be bilingual to achieve the best outcomes. There are few ways to support multilingualism. First, encourage children to share together their different languages and to understand how they are different and similar. Second, show through positive modeling that all languages are equal value in school environment, even if one is more useful for school purposes. In particular, let children use their home languages together to help them learn content and ensure understanding when they are still learning the school languages. Third, involvement of parents is must. Fourth, never make language a source of punishment because all languages are important, beautiful and useful. Fifth, encourage peer collaboration and interaction. Interaction helps students make meaning and learners' explanations are often more understandable to their peers than the teachers. In a multilingual class, learners who have the same original language could work together.
We all know that National Education Policy 2020 is visionary, practical, progressive and very comprehensive. Teachers are the major factor in bringing about the change in new pedagogical structure. Schools can transform the teaching learning process by focusing on core essentials, by putting stress on the importance of literacy and numeracy skills, by doing changes in the assessment pattern. As journey of student assessment gone a long way, passing through oral testing, written testing, public examination, CCE and competency-based assessment. Schools must put emphasis on transforming assessment for optimizing learning and development of all students with a focus on features like regular, formative and competency-based, promoting learning and development of students. Exams will run semester-wise and 2 exams will be held annually. Board exams won't be held in high grade. Progress card will now be designed in such a way which reflect 360 degree of students, which means multinational report card. Apart from teachers' assessment, the progress card will include self-assessment, peer assessment and assessment by parents. It will reflect the progress and uniqueness of each learner in the cognitive affect and psychomotor domains. These plans reduce the burden of exams. Moreover, students or schools must support the gifted student or students with special talent by encouraging them pursue relevant beyond the general school curriculum. Project-based clubs to be encouraged and supported at all the levels of school. Olympiads and competition in various subjects to become conducted. Extensive use of technology is used to encourage gifted children. In the end, I must say the effectiveness of any policy measured by how it is implemented. Overall, NEP 2020 appears to be reasonable over ambitious.
I totally agree with what Ma'am Satvinder has discussed with us. NEP will definitely improve the quality of education if it will be implemented properly by schools. Firstly, we need to discuss that how schools can transform the teaching learning process. Under this, I think 7 major steps are there. Out of these 7, which are already introduced by my respected panelists, I would like to throw light on vocational training and coding, which will start from class 6. Gandhiji said, taken as a whole, a vocation is best medium for all-round development of a boy or a girl, and therefore, the syllabus should be woven around vocational training. For the first time in the history of modern India, non-formal education is also included in the policy. It says every child should learn at least one vocation and be exposed to several more, with exposure at early ages in the middle and secondary education. Quality vocational education would be integrated smoothly into higher education. Students of class 6 will get to learn coding as part of school curricula in a bid to impart 21st century skills. Through coding, students can learn to create games, applications for multiple platforms such as Android, Windows, etc. Now I would like to discuss some steps which in my opinion are to be introduced by the schools to make it a success. First, local trades available in the neighboring areas of the schools should be identified. and according to the students should be given the training. What the society needs and what the school teaches, there is a lot of difference. But now the society needed a carpenter but the carpentry was never taught in school. Local artisans and experts were never encouraged to teach in schools. This policy breaks this. Secondly, skill labs can be set up and internship for students should be arranged to learn vocational skills. In the end, I would say, if proper steps will be taken and implemented in regard to vocational education, it is going to bring magical change in our system. It will take education system to the next level. As PM Modi said, to be relevant in the modern age, we need to skill, reskill and upskill. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I am going to share my views on how to implement National Education Policy 2020 in schools. NEP 2020 has a vision to transform the Indian education landscape to make India a global knowledge superpower. Its aim is to increase the GER, that is gross enrollment ratio in higher education, up to 50%. Any policy's effectiveness depends on its implementation and it requires initiatives and action. I would like to propose some views to help implement NEP 2020. First of all, to match national education policy with the current mechanism of schools and institutions, to make a committee with principals and vice principals of different schools. It should be chaired by an expert educationist. In that committee, the views should be shared with an open discussion regarding pros and cons of NEP and then draft a plan for the implementation of national education policy. The same planning should be discussed in schools with coordinators and HODs and their views should be added to make that planning more effective. There should be no hard separation between arts and sciences for the exposure of vocational education in schools, between curricular and extracurricular activities, between academic and vocational streams. There should be holistic, multidisciplinary education with multiple entry or exit options. इससे क्या होगा कि बच्चे पढ़ेंगे learning by playing से, they will enjoy while doing the different fields और एक ही वो प्रोजेक्ट मान लो बना रहे हैं, एक ही प्रोजेक्ट पे काम करेंगे तो उनको कई स्किल्स वो सीखने को मिलेंगी. So it should be combined multidisciplinary education होनी चाहिए. For subject-wise implementation, committees of experts, HODs for consultation is required. Training of teachers at the school level by special educators for certain areas should be there. A prior meeting with parents is required to inform them about the National Education Policy 2020 so that they could decide the subjects of their wards for the next session. There should be an understanding about the vocational courses and their importance in future. They must be guided that these courses will make their children economically strong and globally competitive. Though it will take a year or two for proper implementation and convincing the parents for the same, but it is the need of hour to transform the NCF 2005. Thank you.
Committed to equity and excellence in education. This is the new test given by NEP. In National Education Policy, I see a bright ray of light of hope in the future of students. As per my opinion, the rote learning should put to an immediate end. And let's start with practice of being practical. Why to limit the base of evaluation by concentrating only on final term or exam periods? Every school day should be a day of learning, checking the learning level and putting maximum efforts to upgrade and update. whatsoever is new and more demanding. We have to generate the meaningful and useful workforce for the nation. Let's all join our hands to empower our youth. Drop by drop, the ocean fills. So every bit of efforts towards youth empowerment and sustainable development will surely result in achieving higher target. Thank you.